The one thing that would convince me without a doubt would be video of some sort of things. But in this case, the
you
video,
want to talk about the video?
is like,
all right.
You brought that up and I was like, wait, there's video. And you're like, well, there is and there
isn't. So we'll start to get into a little bit of this conspiracy because the video that we have, the video that has been introduced, is video from John O'Keefe's house. He's got a Ring camera, and he had 2 cameras. One was at his front door, one was over his driveway. And we've got video from over his driveway of Karen Reed. So she wakes up at 4:30. She's calling around. At around 5:07, 5:08, she backs out of the driveway. And this is her. She's on her way to go to Jennifer McCabe. They're going to go look for John. She backs out. And here's where things get really interesting is because John's car is in the driveway. She was in the garage. She backs out. And wouldn't you know it, that passenger side rear taillight comes awfully stinking close, if not potentially hits John's car. We will have this video in the source material. People have analyzed this to death, but she backs up and people will say that you can see her, and I can kind of see it. You can kind of see her car just shake just ever so slightly back and forth when it potentially makes contact. So when she pulls forward and drives away, that's when you can see on the camera her taillight is broken. Now, the prosecution specifically lays out in their statements, they even address it. They're like, she almost comes close to, but does not. And then you see her taillight's broken because she broke it when she ran over John. Mm-hmm. The defense says, no, that's when her taillight was broken. Now, it would be really easy to solve this. Let's just see when she came home that night.
If it's broken.
But that video doesn't exist. And we don't know why it doesn't exist. So the prosecution, the cops have kind of alluded to, she had access to his Ring system on her phone and on the app. Maybe she deleted it. I could say the same thing that, anyone who had access to John's phone, and I know it was in police custody, could have deleted it. Because they basically said they have all these incidents they have about 15 incidents between 6 p.m. that night and then 6 a.m. But they do not have her coming home.
That's super frustrating because I'm like, it completely destroys the timeline of the prosecution. If her taillight is not broken when she gets home, if there could be proof of that, it destroys the timeline, right? Mm-hmm. If it is broken, then
it doesn't just destroy the timeline, it destroys their whole theory.
Yeah, it destroys the whole theory. But then I'm also thinking we go back to this, it was a blizzard out. And I know, because I have the same system at my home, that if there's a spider web or a lot of condensation or frost or whatever, that technology doesn't always capture every single motion event that's happening. It's super unfortunate that it doesn't capture this one thing. But to your point, I want to know, in that app, who can delete stuff? Is there, a metadata trail for that? Because that right there, it should be able to tell you, which user of the app
did it just not register it? Or there's got to be something
this is 2024. How are we not...
Or 2022 when this is happening.
Well, but come on. We've got to be able to look at that.
And, apparently they're using new technology as it pops up. Because if you want to pop to another big thing that people who believe in a conspiracy theory point to, is it goes back to tech. So there is supposedly a search on Jennifer McCabe's phone at 2:27 in the morning. 2:27 is hours before Karen is supposed to have called her and said, John didn't come home, let's go look for him. At 2:27, there is a search on her phone that says, quote, Haas long to die in cold. They believe that it was supposed to be how long to die in cold. Why is Jennifer McCabe searching that at 2:27